So I've been sat here for a few minutes, well, a few hours if I'm honest, trying to get some thoughts together in my head. It's about 11 o'clock at night here. Usually at this time of night I'm looking at the charts, checking things out, seeing what the prices of various assets are. I mean, especially on a Sunday, I'm waiting for markets to open. Things are going to happen. They're going to tell us a lot of information for the week. I've been doing that for 5 years, at least. Every single day, out the charts, like all day. I've got a chart in front of me. If I'm honest, there's one to my left right now. Kind of addicted to it. Fun sport. My perspective on it just changed. And I haven't got a clue here. But I need to put it down. And video making in this day and age is just easier than writing stuff down. And I think it might be relevant to some of the people that keep asking me questions daily. And, you know, it's just the normal stuff I always answer. But it's different. So, where do we start? About 2 weeks ago, I get up, I don't know, 5, 6 in the morning, usual time. Go in the kitchen, grab a coffee, sit down on my chart, start mapping things out, put my lines on, setting my ranges, doing the thing I do. Getting ready to post charts out to my Discord server, to other Discord servers that I post to every day. That's what I do, I enjoy it. I stand up, I gotta sit on my bed, which is not far away from my PC. My heart rate jumps to 240 beats a minute. Stays there. Keeps going. Keeps going. Keeps going. It's not stopping. Now this is my first rodeo. I've been ill all my life. I was born with a bad heart. Like grenades in my chest. And I've had this experience before, and I recognise the sweats coming, the clammy sensations, the numbness in various parts of your body, you know. And these are potentially fatal events. I've had them before, and it's never been a problem. Death doesn't bother me. I was born with it. It's part of me. This one was different. This one was really different. My kid was home from university. And about 20 minutes after this has kicked off, I'm thinking, alright, every previous time, half an hour and I'm good. No, it should be said, if you've been having a heart attack for a half an hour, you should have called an ambulance long ago, bro. Not plumbed. But this time, I'm not alone in the house. I'm not with my wife. I'm not with a grown-up. I'm not with a normal classification of human being. My kid is in there. My kid's 21 years old. She's seen me go through life. All of it. She's seen me in hospital. She's seen me nearly dead. She's seen it. But for some reason, I walk into her room that morning, staggering. Wake her up. Yo, there's an ambulance on the way. She asks me one question. And answering that question, it felt like I lived an entire lifetime. In the millisecond it took me to tell her the truth. Like, Dad, is this bad? Suddenly I'm thinking, alright, how the hell do you answer this? Like, tell my kid the truth. You know, my wife's the same. We lay it on how it is. Yeah, we don't hide it. So your answer you're gonna give is yes, this is bad, and that's the answer my kid got. But there's bit of me that was, don't, hide them from it, shield them from it. She don't need to go through what she might be about to go through. But you tell them the truth. That's it. And my kid's amazing. Straight out of bed, straight to business. It's all good, Dad. I got you. Now, I'm not a well man, so there's a carer who comes to see me a couple of times a day. She's now coming through the door on the phone, the ambulance. This is happening now. Off to hospital, doing what you're doing. I've been going in and out of those hospitals for as long as I've been alive. And let me tell you the changes. That's a different conversation, and I think we might be having that one. But back to this one. I ended up coming home that night. Kids in the house. She was due to go home that night, and nah, she was going nowhere. Stayed with me the whole time. Stayed with me for at least a week, until she absolutely had to go back home. So I wasn't alone. I was good. And even then, every day I'm popping a chart, telling my guys stuff, telling everybody stuff that's used to me telling them stuff. But I'm not giving them 10 charts a day, popping ideas. What if this does this? Here's, look for this, look for that. You know, there's your ranges. No. Popped a chart the next morning. Oh well, guys, just gonna chill. Same day after, and the day after that, and the day after that. And here we are 2 weeks later. And it's changed. What has changed though, because the markets haven't changed, stuff goes up, stuff goes down, and you can guarantee it will turn at the point where the most people feel the pain. It's the principle of the market. It's what I practice. It's what the guys who know me and guys who learned from the same guys as me practice. We've all now been doing this long enough to have our own methods, our own ways. But especially in my server, we just we practice our art. But we all see the same thing. Volatility. Not just in the charts, but in the humans, in the traders, in the guys on the street. Yeah, it's in the, look at the world around you for the last 5 years. It's gone to shit. And what have we been doing? We're chasing that 0.01% little wick at the bottom to see if we can try and tag it and send it. Or we're doing the exact reverse at the top and thinking, screw these fools. We want to dump it. We're looking for precision entries. Even your swing traders and your spot traders, they're looking for a sweet spot to get in. You focus down to a narrow point. So as a trader, for example, you may be starting a monthly chart down to a daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 1 minute. You know, I love the 1 minute chart. I'm that guy. But you might stick to a month, a year, whatever it is. But you have a focal point. Behind your focal point should be an idea. It's like, I want to get in there because there's the first mistake I see a lot of traders making. They're just like, I don't know, candle went green, it's going up, I'm going to go long. Good luck with that, buddy. And I don't judge. I started there, same as everybody else. Yeah, how do you think I learned how to do it? But we're so focusing in on these precision points of I want to buy this thing and I want to sell this thing. We forgot what we were doing. So, let's look at it from a different perspective. What do we do every day? Well, the methodology I use involves liquidation points principally, and those are pretty much, that's the point where you feel the pain. If somebody's put their money at a place that price can get to, that's where I'm interested. I want to know where people feel the pain. I want to know where they're going to get hurt. Because the truth is, that's where you're getting paid. Because that's where the guy on the other side of that poor bugger's trade is. And every trader knows the story. I've told it 1,000 times. Everybody's told it 1,000 times. We've all experienced it. They came and hit my stop loss. They came and hit my liquidation point, and then off it went. right where I said it was going to go. There's reasons for that. Other times. But it's a phenomenon, and it happens. So that pain point there, that tells you everything you need to know. That's your point of maximum pain and your point of maximum profit potential. Well, what if it's like that out there? What if the world was a chart for a second? How are you going to address that? How are you going to long or short that? Because that's where you're actually at. Step out from the chart. Forget the specific asset class and just have a look. Doesn't matter if you're in my country, in Britain, America, France, Germany, Belgium. Spread your wings, go to Asia, go to Africa, go where the hell you want. Poor people are getting poorer. Rich people are getting richer. People that make things don't make them anymore. People that do things don't do them anymore. Shops close. Business owners no longer own businesses. Wage takers no longer get paid wages. Your mortgage payer, well, his burden increases to the point where he has to sell. His liquidation point. His pain point. Who comes in and buys his house? The guy on the other side of the trade. Who is that guy? He's the guy that owns the mortgage debt. He's the guy that put the guy out of business that paid your wage. Because despite what you think, it's not the companies that are bringing the money in. You see those fat record profits on those charts? It doesn't go where you think it goes. It doesn't go into the company, it doesn't go back into the business, into the economy, etc. It filters out one way. It used to rotate back in a bit. And it's getting worse. And there's a lot of smart people out there. I've been seeing a lot of people talk lately. I've been having time on my hands to look at what's going on. And one of these guys, he says, somebody basically slapped him in the face and said, yo, you want to know how the economy works? Go ask your mum. Got me thinking. Hang on a minute. I'm nearly 50 years old. I don't own my own home. My car's on finance. I've worked all my life. In fact, you know how hard I worked? I worked more years than both my parents combined. Not only that, but for a lot of those, I worked 2 jobs. Haven't wasted my money on Lamborghinis. Haven't got a raving drug habit. Don't go out partying. I've had nice cars in my life, but they've been second-hand ones that I, as a professional mechanic, have maintained myself. Oh, wait. I got a kid at university. Now I start to see it. See, when my dad was my age, well, if he'd have worked as many years as I'd worked, he'd own that house now. And that car on the drive, how he paid for. So then, he'd have something to give to his kid to further the cause. And then his kid could build upon that, create something bigger, you know, further their cause and pass on to their kid. Okay, yeah, it sounds right. That's how I was brought up. Seems fair. Hang on a minute. I can't do that. And if I can't give my kids something to build upon, and there's less out there, okay, how relevant is my chart now? Where's the pain point? It's all liquidation. Everything. So how are you going to trade that? How do you walk out there, look people in the eye, and tell them it's good. It's good, go along. Because that's now what you've got to convince them. You've got to convince people that it's good, even though it's not. Because if you don't, they're going to get pissed off, and they're going to fight with each other, and they're going to argue with each other. They're going to find little things, little differences that on the news, in the social media. And they're going to go at the same old things all the time that they always go at. And they're not going to think to themselves, hang on a minute, how do I build something? Not only that, but how do I build something that I'll never reap the reward of? Because that's what the guys on the other side of the trade do. Their daddy built a thing, gave them to it. They became part of the thing. They take the thing over. They add their bit to it. They pass it to the next lot. So it's not like what my dad was able to do is no longer a thing that can be done. It's getting done. But we're all on the wrong side of the trade now. Our kids will never own anything. But we're lucky if we own anything at my age. What do we do? How do we trade this? Because we have to. And one of the things about that is we have to accept that it's done. And it's broken in a way that doesn't get fixed. And if you understand that, you know the rules of the game. You know your ranges. And you know the direction. Because it's the same direction that is now set in stone. People are going to lose. And they're going to lose big. And the thing that they lose is going to get bought. And the person that buys it is going to make a mad stack of cash off it. So, what is everybody about to lose? Is another way of looking at it. Especially for you guys, because you all love crypto. Love the trading. Here's a picture for you to put in your mind. You sat on a lawn. It's a nice summer's day. It's sunny. You've got your wife and your kid next to you. Sat on a blanket. A couple of sandwiches down there. A couple of cans of drink. It's a nice picture. Now look up. There's a sign sticking out of that lawn. Foreclosure. Driving past that sign is a truck. It's the repo man with a car on the back of the truck. That sign is stuck in a lawn that you owned 1 hour ago. That car was yours 1 hour ago. That sandwich, that's all you got. That lawn, you're sitting on there waiting for a lift to go you don't know where. Now pull your crypto out of your pocket and your Bitcoin wallet. How diamond are your hands? What good did it do? Is it an investment? Were your stocks an investment? Was your house an investment? Was your car an investment? Was your gold? Was your career? Was your skill set? Did you enter at somebody's pain point? No, you didn't. Because you tried to do the right thing. Because you believed what you were told. In order to be the good guy, you actually have to do bad things. If you're going to be the bad guy, you're going to be the loser. Let's put it differently. Do good things. Yeah? Don't prey on the liquidation points. Don't prey on the weak. Now out in the world, you need to treat that the opposite to the chart. But we don't. We actually treat the world how we should treat the chart. So what we do is we bring people to their knees, to their pain point every day with our opinions. You know, just with media, with bullshit, with you know what I'm saying. Narratives. Everything is narratives. We that operate in the markets, we know about narratives. Everything's narratives. And they feed those pain points. Those narratives are what put those pain points there. So, when you're at the chart, stop providing pain points for others. Start looking for them. That's where you need to play your interest. And when it comes to the world, you need to start going out there and finding out what is causing people pain. What can they actually not do? And you're going to start finding that people that you thought were actually rich, they got fuck all. I'm not kidding you. My country, for example, £1,000,000. Sounds like a lot of money, doesn't it? £1,000,000. Your average family house here, in certain parts of this country, is over £500,000. By the time you've put a car on the drive, you've redone the kitchen, you've put your kid in school, kitted everything out, and you've run that for 3-4 years, and you've gone to work and you've put a couple of quid in the bank, you're at the point where your net worth could realistically be £1,000,000. You're still going to the bank at the end of every month, hoping, did I make the credit card payments? You're on the phone to your guy. Are we getting that bonus this year? We're definitely getting that bonus this year. You're plumbing in for overtime still, and you've got £1,000,000 in assets. So you ain't rich. But remember my dad? He'd been loaded because he wasn't fueled on debt, paying points. Fueled on assets, like real stuff, assets. Your actual assets, guys that have got those, they make money. What are we fishing in here? What is the entire world fishing in now? Debt. We're buying and selling debt. Futures contracts. Options. It's just debt. Governments are in debt. They ain't got no money. We ain't got no money. The assets are the money. And the assets flow to where the other assets are. You can't even give grief to the people that buy the assets. It's luck of the draw if you're born poor or rich. So you can't give people shit for being born rich. You might not like it. You might envy it. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be nice to have some money. But the fact of the matter is, it's a roll of the dice. And the majority of people get a shit roll. Re-roll it. And the only way you're going to do that is either understanding people's pain and working with it, either seeing where it is on the chart and doing what we need to do, or get out there, start understanding people's pain and do something about that. You can't put more money in their pocket. You can't make food more affordable. But you can interact in a way that maybe puts better thoughts in their head and better words out of their mouth. Stops them from trying to beat the crap out of each other for reasons that are not the true fault. There's a thing going on in this country at the moment, and it's immigration, it's racism. Call it what it is. These two words. The actual concepts behind these two words, lost in the ether. These taglines now, they've been used across time. Is there a racism problem in my country? You better believe it, buddy. Is there an immigration problem in my country? What do you class as a problem? Have you seen the birth rates? Worldwide, have you seen the birth rates? In order for your family to carry the generation on and keep the population equal, 2 kids are required. People are having one at best. Why? You can't afford it. Where are you going to live? You're in a rented property instead of an owned one, so there's no security. You've got less money coming in, by which I mean hours worked compared to spending power. You know, forget the number. The number's just another part of the bullshit. How many hours of your life are you putting in, and what kind of security are you getting out of it? What quality of life are you getting out of it? It's gone. Now I'm getting tired. I'm going to go and have a bit of a rest. But centre it around pain. As hard as that sounds. If you're trading, doing dumb shit on the charts, think to yourself, where's my pain point? Where do I either get wrecked because I've put too much money on the chart, or you're a good trader, you're a smart trader, you do all the right things. Like, where would I put my stop loss? Yeah, well, where's the point in that I've got it wrong? That's where you maybe want to start looking at entry points, not stop losses. Because if you're having that thought, everybody's having that thought. That's why those points are there, and that's why price goes there, and it's why everybody says the same damn thing when it hits one point, because you're all sat in the same point. I'm sat in that same point, and the world is now sat in that point. Things are going to keep going up. They're going to keep getting more expensive. Are we going to get a bit of a crash in the markets? It could do with a retrace. And the way it's been going up, it could do with the mother of all retraces, to be quite frank. But when everything's so cheap that you're the guy sat on that lawn staring at your Bitcoin wallet thinking, fuck, my kid can't eat, that's when it gets bought. And that's when it moons. And that's when you die. And that's your world. Sorry. But it is. Now you know that. Go and find a way to create a trade idea that is on that accepts the sad truth of that. What's going to go up, what's going to go down. Centre your theory around that. And that will be the trade of your fucking life. And you will make bank. And you might just survive this. Good luck.